Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I thought we will take a break from skincare and makeup. By the way, if you're into skincare and makeup, I've got a couple of new videos on both skincare and makeup. Wherever the iCard is, check them out right now. Instead, we're going to talk about a little bit of self-improvement, a little bit of motivational video. Today's topic is going to be what I learned from traveling solo. Now, if you've seen my Euro trip vlogs, which if you haven't, you should definitely check them out right here. Well, it was a life-altering experience for me. I went in really being anxious. I really couldn't get myself to do it, but I eventually ended up doing this trip thanks to a viewer of mine who really stood behind me and pushed me into it. And that also made me realize that, when you've got your will to do something, the world will somehow make it happen for you. You have to start with the will. If you start with, I can't do it, if in your mind you keep telling yourself that, you're just not gonna do it. But if you keep telling yourself that this is what I want to do and this is what I'm going to do, even if you are ready for it, I really 100% feel like the world will kind of conspire those things for you, which is what happened to me. Now, I went to France and Switzerland in December and Jan of 2021 to celebrate Christmas and New Year, and I had the most fun time. Yeah, I want to share the 5 lessons that I learned from traveling solo. The very first lesson that I learned is that I can do it financially, mentally, physically, emotionally. A huge crippling thought that came to me is, what if I do it, I go there, and I just really don't enjoy being alone? What if I don't have fun with myself? What if I'm not fun? What if I just sit in the room by myself and I just get bored? There was only one way to find out, right? Do it. And I realized that I'm really fun by myself, and I realized that I really enjoy my own company. And the only way for you to figure this out is by actually pushing yourself into a space where you're uncomfortable with yourself and you can't do anything but figure it out. I took myself to France, and what am I gonna do? Run back home? I was left there by myself to figure it out. If you asked me 2 years ago, Jovi, will you travel again? I 100% would have said, I don't think so. I have scoliosis, I have a bad leg, taking all the luggage, because when you step outside of India, you don't have porters and, physical help like that, where some guy is gonna come and, lift your heavy bags. And you know what? I went to the gym, I got strong. I don't need no man to pick up my bags. I did it all by myself. And this trip really taught me that I can do it all by myself. And I 1000% enjoyed it. Number 2, making mistakes is okay. Previously, I was under the impression that everything has to go as per the plan. I used to have a very strict itinerary and a budget and a packing list, must do things, must see things. I shouldn't have made any mistake when it came to forex, traveling, planning, booking. The amount of pressure that put on my head was immense. This time around, I went into it thinking, listen, I need a break. It doesn't matter if I'm not gonna see the top 10 most touristy things to do in Paris. I'm just gonna go there, have a nice meal, have a glass of wine, and enjoy myself. And that took so much pressure out of me that anyways, when you go there, you have so much time. You're not working. You're by yourself. You don't have anything else to distract you. You will eventually end up doing things anyway. And I also made so many mistakes along the way. And I realized that I can overcome all the mistakes. And it's only human to make mistakes. And you really don't have to beat yourself up about small mistakes. It's okay. Taking that away from my head calmed me down so much. Even if you miss a train, even if you book the wrong flight, even if you don't take the right amount of cash, you always figure out a solution, as long as you are covered in the grounds of you have your passport, you have a room to stay, and you have some source of money, either through your travel card or cash or whatever. You have money, you're okay. You'll figure it out. Number 3, I already touched on this, but I learned that I actually enjoy my own company. For as long as I can remember, I've been a people's person, and I've always desperately needed the company of my friends or someone around me to, feel satiated, feel happy, feel fun. I've never been the kind of person that felt fun or happy when I'm all by myself, which was also, like I touched in point number 1, which was a huge worry for me when I travel by myself. I'm like, what am I gonna do by myself? Being forced to be by myself, I realized that I am a lot of fun. For me, I fell in love with myself. I realized that I really enjoy having a meal with myself, having a glass of champagne with myself, going on walking tours and exploring places and meeting people by myself. Being in my room, I really thought I would be bored out of my mind being by myself in my room, but I really enjoyed it, guys. I stared into the oblivion from the window. I watched Netflix. I put on music and danced with myself. I realized I really enjoy my own company. That's a huge life lesson. For me, that's huge. Number 4, that getting lost is not the worst thing on the planet. I used to panic so much about getting lost. I used to be like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do if I don't reach my destination? What if I end up somewhere else? What if I can't get back to my room? What if? So I always had backups upon backups of my Google Maps. And, when I got into a bus or a train, I used to constantly keep checking, like, is this... I got lost a lot of times during this trip. And I realized no matter how tired I am, see, of course, that's a downside. You might be really tired, icky, grumpy, groggy, all of that, okay. But I will find my way back to my room. I realized that, and I've given so much confidence to myself that it's okay to be lost. There are always people around you to help. You've always got connection to a Wi-Fi, or if you take data plan like I always do, you've got Google Maps. You've got a plethora of information right at your palm, or the really nice people around you. So it's okay to, sometimes you end up having so much fun and so much adventure when you get lost. So it's okay. Taking that anxiety out of your brain also really calms you down and lets you enjoy your trip more. What if I make a mistake? It's okay. What if I get lost? It's okay. What if I get bored with myself? It's okay. And finally, number 5, that losing money and not getting the best deal is a-okay. I've always, again, the previous traveler in JOVI wanted the best deal in the ticket, wanted the best deal in the hotel. I used to go through multiple websites, and that added so much stress. Now, if you enjoy that, and if you love, there are people who love getting a deal and a bargain. If you can do that, good for you. But that is not something that I enjoyed. That was something that I was kind of forced to do. And this time around, I again kind of took it really easy on myself and really casual. And of course, I wanted the best deals. It's not like I'm like, hey, you want money, all of you take money. It was not like that. But I didn't pressurize myself into guilt tripping myself if I didn't get the best deal. At certain occasions, I wasn't the first one to get the ticket. I was pretty late in booking my ticket. It was pretty expensive, and I'm like, you know what, it just didn't happen. I didn't book earlier on, whatever the reason, but I'm traveling. The positive is I'm traveling. It's okay. I learned to let go. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. If you haven't traveled solo as a woman, I highly urge you to. I would have never, ever been someone who traveled alone. But because I forced myself to do it, I've gained this confidence that nothing else can give me. I remember my girlfriend saying, you will explore yourself, learn yourself, figure yourself out. And I waited 2 years, for me to reach that point, and I never reached that point. But now I understand what they said. There is no other way to explain this but figure it out yourself. You don't always have to take an expensive trip to Switzerland or the US. You can go to the city next to you, take a weekend trip off. You can take 1 day away. Just do it. Go. I want you to do it, okay? And I want you to come back to this video and tell me how your experience was. And if you have been a solo traveler, if you are pro, if you've aced the talent, let the rest of us know what have you learned, and if you've got any tips, tricks, let us know as well in the comment section below. That's where we are gonna chit chat, okay? I love you so much. Thank you for watching this video, and I shall see you in my next one. Mwah! Bye.